Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Holy Shiftball podcast, a podcast where we get real about raising your frequency, one cosmic giggle at a time. I'm Bethany, your energetic bestie, alongside my fabulous cosmic bestie, Sharon. How are you?
Hey, everybody, and hi, Bethany. I am great. It's good. We have a great show for you today. I'm so excited about it. Bethany,
Yes, girl.
what was your
Yes.
Holy Shiftball moment this week? How has your week been, and what was your Holy Shiftball moment?
Wow, girl. My Holy Shiftball moment this week was as I'm stepping out onto more and more stages, podcasts, summits, and I'm expanding out, and I was able to this week look out onto the screen and see a familiar face that stared right back at me, and that was you, Sharon. When I was on this journey, I it brought me so much comfort to look out there and see you smiling back, giving me that sense of grounding, sharing your heart, sharing your smile, and cheering me on. For me, that is one of the biggest gifts. And so, right here, right now, with the holiday season right here, I would like to tell you just how grateful I am to you for all of the support and guidance and fun that we've had this year. So, from my heart to yours, sister, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I'm very humbled by your kind words. It's wonderful. I have so much fun supporting you and working with you. You are authentic. You're a powerhouse. You have so much knowledge, and you command a space. You command a room, but you do it with such authenticity and heart that people are attracted to you. And it's just wonderful and fun to be a part of. So I'm very, very grateful and happy to support you on any platform you're on. And I'm also very grateful to be working with you on this Holy Shiftballs podcast, creating the business that we're creating and all the fun things that we have got coming up that we're planning for 2026. Really excited about that, and very, very humbled and again grateful that I get to do it and experience it with you and just laugh. We laugh all the time. We have so much fun doing this. It's crazy.
We might be short a few crayons, but by God, we're not short of laughs. That's for sure.
Couple crayons short of a
So
box, but man, we have a good time.
that's for sure. Sharon, what was your Holy Shiftball moment this week?
Well, I'm living it right now. Okay, so in Manitoba, we have this storm. It's a storm that's coming across the prairie. So Alberta had it, sent it to Saskatchewan, and now Manitoba's got it. It's moving eastward across Canada. And so the winds are howling. They're steady at like 55, 60 kilometers an hour, gusting to 85. It's snowing like a bugger. It's bad. There's a snowstorm out there. And so when these things happen, and all the roads are shut down, the highways are shut down, roads are shut down in the province, and people aren't going anywhere in the city because you just can't. Travel is just, it's hazardous, so just don't do it. Stay home, everybody. Stay safe. But so this got me thinking, because power has gone out in different areas of the city. It could be out for an hour, it could be out for 5 hours, it could be out for 2 days, but typically it'll be an hour or two. But during that time, you have no internet, you have no TV, you have no, once your phone loses its charge, you have no connection. So what's really nice about it is that you get to sit by candlelight because it's dark. There's cloud cover, snowing, so it's there's not sunshine. And so you get to reconnect with your family. It's quiet. It is calming. You get to play cards. You get to read books. You get to play board games. You do all the things that you just put on the shelf for another day. So my Holy Shiftball moment is just being grateful for the silence, the stillness that may come or it may not. We may not lose our power today, but if it does, I'll be grateful for it and just be able to bask in the silence and enjoy it. So yeah,
Well,
that's my Holy
listening to your
Shiftball moment.
holy Listening to your Holy Shiftball, I'm like so grateful that I live in the South.
Yes,
No,
I don't
no.
doubt that.
Well, Sharon, who do we have on the show today?
Oh, today we have our guest is Jennie Hays. She is a brain spotting practitioner, a business life coach that clears the mental blocks away from what's stopping you from running your business. She helps you overcome imposter syndrome and guides you to build success fast. So, without any further ado, let's welcome Jennie to the show.
Oh,
Call you Janie. I am very, very sorry. I apologize.
that's okay. I actually had a client one time when I first started coaching, and she started calling me Janie, and I thought, or Jeannie. And I thought, well, I'm just not going to correct her. And I waited too long. And when she renewed after her first year, I was like, okay, we have to have a talk. So no worries. Once or twice, good. A year, and then we got to start.
I just had a mental block there.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
So yeah, I'm right with y'all in the avoiding the snow, and really glad I'm living in the South. So I have to chime in on that one.
Yeah, for sure. So, Jennie, what is your Holy Shiftball moment that brought you to us today? That's allowed you to step into your purpose and knowledge.
Oh my goodness. So I've had so many of those. I love the phrase because it's so true. It's like, holy, yeah. Um, but the biggest one, the one that's kind of the culmination, was the day that I was sitting at my desk in tears, thinking, I just can't be an entrepreneur. Now, mind you, I had been trying to run my own personal business for 5 years. I helped my husband run a successful remodeling business, six figure. I'd been coaching people for 3 years on how to start their private therapy practice and grow their practice, helping some of them make six figures a year. All of this, and I'm sitting here feeling broken because I'd spent thousands and thousands of dollars and hours spinning my wheels. And I remember the moment that I thought, okay, one of the best tools that I'm using, that's making such a huge difference for these people, these entrepreneurs, these business owners, is brain spotting. And why haven't I done this for myself? I'm taking them and helping them go from stuck where I'm at to successful, sometimes in as little as an hour, making a shift that's just a holy shift ball shift. And so I finally did it, and had gone for 5 years in my own business, made $367 total. And when after I did my brain spotting, I had two very general revelations, things that you would expect any business coach to tell you, things that I had said 1,000 times. I realized I needed to build my business around who I am, and that I needed to do what I loved, because I originally had built my business in insulin resistance. And I enjoyed it, but I wasn't enjoying it anymore. But I was loving the brain spotting. I was loving the business coaching that I was doing. And so I made a decision after that session. It was like, this is what I'm doing. I was profitable the fourth month.
Wow.
Even my husband had a holy shiftballs moment over that one.
Perfect. A good holy shiftballs moment.
A good holy shiftballs moment. Yeah. Yeah. And the brain spotting made all the difference. So brain spotting, what is that? It's like,
yes,
I've had some people say, well, it sounds like you're putting holes in your head. Or is this just some woo thing that they've added to all the list of woo things that are out there? So it's actually based on another very common, very powerful therapy called EMDR. They use it for trauma. And so these people that have had very serious traumas, like wartime traumas, physical assaults, horrible things, They use EMDR, and it takes between 16 and 30 hours usually to heal that trauma using EMDR. With brain spotting, which is the child of EMDR, it takes half of that time. So when we're dealing with things like imposter syndrome, fear of being seen, which is where I was living, fear of marketing, fear of money, fear of math, these things that stop us as business owners, we usually can do it so much faster than that. Like I said, sometimes one session. And it's all virtual. We do it, you just need a private place and an afternoon, I would say, because it's tiring. And what we're doing is we're going in and we're scooping out the trauma. So when we experience things in life, they come in through our body as well as our eyes, and our ears and our mouth, just everything sensory feels this. Like right now, Sharon, you know very well it's cold outside, right?
Yep.
So
Into the sweater.
all of that comes in our body, and then it comes up into our brain when we experience it and goes, the brain looks at it and goes, is this something that is going to harm me if I forget it? Like if you were to forget to wear warm clothes outside, your brain is keeping a little memory somewhere that says, hey, it's freaking cold, put on your shoes and your gloves, right? Or is this something that is too much for my brain to handle right now? Which is what we think of when we think of those big traumas and things like that. If the answer is yes, it will hurt me if I forget it, or it's too much, the brain makes these, what I like to call little landmines. It says, cool, we'll encapsulate this, we'll stick this here, we'll leave it, we'll deal with it later. The problem is that our everyday processes, we tend to trip over those. Yes. So let's say that you've got one that your brain, you were 3 years old, 4 years old, and your dad said, it's impossible to make money. It's too hard to be successful. You were a kid. You didn't have a clue what he was saying. All you heard is you can't make money and you can't be successful. Well, your mind knows better now. But your body, every time that you get close to being successful or you're making money, trips over that and goes, oh, wait, we can't do that. And you will self-sabotage. Now, go ahead, Sharon.
Is this something that your clients come that they're aware of, or are these landmines things that they are unaware of and through brain spotting techniques become aware of and deal with?
They usually don't know why they're there. All they know is they can't do the thing.
Okay.
So this might manifest as maybe not doing the marketing. Maybe you've got a great product that you want to sell, and then you can't because you can't actually promote it because your body just keeps shutting down. Or you want to network and you can't make that call. You can't sell that package, right? And traditional mindset, which is what 90% of the coaches, I still use it too. Traditional mindset teaches us to walk around the landmine. It's like, we don't know what's there. We know it feels icky. We're going to see if we can move to the other side. We're going to convince ourselves that this doesn't exist, right? Only problem is that you have to keep doing that because, like everything else, the brain wants to take the path of least resistance. That's usually right through that landmine. So with brain spotting, go ahead, Bethany.
So if someone has experienced trauma to the body, how would the brain spotting be able to go in and erase that, or how would that work?
It depends on how it's manifesting. So if you have trauma to the body, let's say you're in a car wreck and you've got chronic shoulder pain. If there is a physical reason for the chronic shoulder pain, you might get a little bit of relief, but probably not. But if you have pain that's long lasting, that's just been there and you don't know why, sometimes it's directly related to the trauma. Your brain's going, ooh, if I move that arm, it's going to hurt. And so you can actually go in and brain spot that and get some results.
Okay.
So, yeah. So instead of doing the mindset where we're walking around the landmine, brain spotting allows us to connect our brain and our body, because your brain lies to you. all day long, every day,
Absolutely.
100%, right? But
Mhm.
your body is the lie detector. And when you get those
Mm.
two together, working together, it goes through, finds the landmine, says, okay, now let's look at the truth of this. And it just basically removes the landmine. And you go from maybe something that you were in tears about at the beginning of your brain spotting experience, at the end, you're laughing about it.
Oh, I love that. So
Now
what
is
you resist persists. And so would you say that, oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
That's okay.
Go ahead, Bethany.
now would you is this a piece of device? Is this an electronical device that you use in your house? You can do it on Zoom, or is this a program, a technique that you've built yourself, or how did you gain the awareness and the structure to be able to teach this?
So the only piece of electronics that we need is exactly what we're using today. We just need a platform to be able to see each other. If you come in person, we don't need to do that. I don't work in person unless it's a retreat or something. But finger in the socket, okay?
It'll land. Yep.
So yeah, no, if you all we need is just to be in the same proximity, and that can be electronically. It is a technique. I wish I could say that it was my own technique. I do my own spin on it, because I combine it with other modalities and my experience as a paramedic over the last 20 years. I've got a lot of instinct and things like that. But actually, David Grand was the developer of brain spotting.
Okay.
He was actually doing that first technique we were talking about, EMDR, which uses your eyes to kind of connect the two halves of your brain. And he accidentally stumbled across this. He was working with an ice skater who was having trouble with a very easy jump for her, not me. And they had been doing EMDR for a couple of years for performance, but no matter what they did, she could not land this jump, no matter what. And he was doing EMDR one day. And when EMDR, you take the hand and you move it back and forth in front of the eyes in the visual field, and the eyes follow it. And you do it rapidly. And he noticed when he got to a certain spot, her eyes did something weird. He was like, "Oh, that's odd." So the next round of that, he did it again, and her eyes did it in the same spot. I was like, well, what if I hold it there? And so he did. New memory comes up. Apparently, her dad had walked in to the ice skating rink while she was learning that jump and told her and her mom he was done. He didn't want to be an ice skating dad. And so, what did her young brain do? Oh, if I keep doing this jump, I will be abandoned again. And so it had kept her from doing that. So many
Wow.
tears later, end of that session, she goes to practice like normal, lands the jump.
Like nothing.
Just like that. Yeah. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, like a brain stigmatism. Yeah, in
exactly,
some
Ron.
ways. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know what I was going to say now. When your
Mhm.
brain's lying to you, first of all, what you resist persists. And when your brain is lying to you, you're detaching it from your emotional body. So that the detachment is creating dis-ease. So you have your pain. So there are some thoughts out there that the disease is caused by emotional trauma that we haven't dealt with, that we haven't faced, and really that's our body telling us, look, you have something there that you need to deal with. And if we deal with the emotional trauma and heal it, our dis-ease goes away.
It helps to decrease it or can cure it depending on whether it's trauma based. 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Our body and our brain do a lot to protect us. And you have to remember that everything that happens is your brain and your body's way of trying to protect you.
Yes.
100% their job is to keep you alive. And
It's a
so,
protection mechanism for sure.
yeah, 100%.
That's one thing that I speak on very passionately about, is about connecting to the heart, because we are walking around here with greatest pieces of technology, and we have zero awareness of the power in which your heart really is. And so your heart brings you to presence, and that brings you to choice. So I find this conversation just absolutely fabulous, how you're talking about connecting syncing the mind and the body together. So that is absolutely fabulous. Fabulous.
Right in our
Thank you.
wheelhouse.
I agree.
Well,
I agree.
gee,
And if you,
we're gonna
I was going to say, if you had this, if 15 years ago, if we were having this conversation, I would have thought y'all were nuts. So
And vice
we
versa.
grow.
Well,
Yeah.
no, actually, 15 years ago, I was starting to step into this realm. So I was just exploring it.
I was completely on the other side. I didn't even believe in mindset really at all. Meditation, manifestation, nothing. It was like it's big change.
I am not.
It's still amazing.
I am not gonna admit what I was doing 15 years ago. No way. Not on the computer. No.
Not on a live broadcast. Some things are better left unsaid.
I will not admit. I'm not gonna incriminate myself.
That's because she was still in high school, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit. I wish. Well, Jennie, we would like to play a game with you called Shit or Shift, where we toss scenarios. You tell us if it's shift, aka it's aligned, it's expansive, or if it's total shit, it's a waste of time. Get it out of here. No way, no how. All right. So you want to go first with your first question, sister?
Sure. I need to clear my money blocks before I can make money. Shit or shift?
Shift.
Why?
Why? Because we will continue to self-sabotage. There are people that can push through blocks, but especially women, and I don't mean to sound sexist, but technically we tend to avoid blocks even when we're working really hard to try and fix them.
Wow, that's interesting.
Right.
I would have thought that would be men. Men are usually more avoidant than women.
Men,
That's my experience.
if they want to make, especially money wise, because of the way that culturally they push through it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right. What belief about healing have you discovered is complete shit? And what was the shift that changed everything?
So this one's going to be a little controversial for some, but in considering my background, 90% of what you're going to hear from your physician, the ADA, the AHA, all of those letter agencies is complete shit. 100%. And the shift is I got sick. And when I got sick and I started thinking about all the people that I had worked with and what I had taught them and the fact that they kept getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And then I dug deeper and saw the answer, and I was so mad. I don't know if I was more mad that I fell for it or more mad that I had possibly contributed to killing hundreds of people over my career because I didn't know better. And the information is out there and it's easy to find. Easy.
But the people who make money on certain things won't make money if people
100%.
take their health into their own hands. So that's why that's why things are the way they are.
100%.
Great answer.
All right.
Okay. If I don't feel confident, my lack of self-confidence will announce itself before I do.
Oh, 100% shift. 100%. Confidence is the sexiest thing in the world. And my shift was when I decided that I was going to find that confidence. That's when I found my husband, the love of my life.
Nice.
That's beautiful.
I did too. I had a little surge of energy on that one. All right.
Me too, but I wasn't gonna incriminate myself on a live broadcast.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me.
It helps in that too. So
oh, that's awesome. All right. So your nervous system choosing the pace of your life? Shit or shift?
Um, I think that's more shit than shift, only because we get to dictate how our nervous system responds. And if we can eliminate the traumas that have amped us up or slowed us down, we can actually regulate our nervous system. We have power to control it.
The power
Beautiful.
of choice.
Right.
In the present moment.
Mhm.
Okay, shit or shift. Once you deal with a emotional roadblock, a
Mhm.
landmine, and you clear it, it will never come back ever, ever, ever again. Shift or shift?
Shift depending on your technique. Now, if we're dealing with traditional mindset, it's going to be back as soon as you let your eyes off of it. Brain spotting actually removes it. You will have others that will come up similar. So I always say imposter syndrome is actually a symptom of growth. So you may come to me and you're like, "Ooh, I need to network with other coaches and I'm scared to death." Great. Let's clear whatever's blocking you. The next time you level up, you're not going to be afraid to deal with the coaches. There's going to be something else at the root of it that maybe you're afraid to deal. You're afraid to be on a podcast live instead of recorded, because
Surprise!
it's a growth point, but it's hitting a different nerve. It's hitting a different landmine. And so you'll pop that out. You'll never deal with that one again, but you
Yep.
may deal with others that'll cause similar symptoms.
All right. All right. Letting your eyes lead instead of your mind. Shit or shift?
Um, Again, that's kind of right in the middle because of what I do. Brain spotting is actually about where you look is how you feel. So I'm going to call it shift because of that, because I've seen actual evidence. And if the audience wants to try this, this is kind of cool. You can actually think of the last time that you had an argument with your significant other, you were stuck in traffic, something mildly frustrating that creates emotion in your body.
Okay.
And then if you will keep thinking about that emotion in your body and then take just your eyes and look all the way to your right, thinking about that emotion, come back to center and look all the way to the left, still
Oh,
thinking about that. Did you notice a difference?
100%. Mhm. Yeah.
100%.
Mhm.
So where you look does affect how you feel, and the theory is that spot is connected to that landmine, and we utilize that in brain spotting.
Wow, that's incredible. That is really, really incredible. I mean, you've got me intrigued and I want to learn more. And if our viewers and listeners want to learn more, where would they find you, Jennie?
So the easiest thing is just to come to my website, jenniehays.com. Make sure it's IE and the Hays doesn't have an E in it. I do have a free quiz where you can figure out what is keeping you stuck. And you can find that on the website, or you can go to link.jenniehays.com slash, I did shift for that.
Okay.
You can email me directly, jennie@jenniehays.com. I love answering questions. I love talking to people. I do a free consult. Let's sit for a few minutes, talk, figure out if brain spotting is something that's good for you. It's not. I am third generation of people who've been fired from a sales job because I refuse to sell things to people that don't need them.
Yep.
So it's definitely not a high pressure situation, but if you need it, I'm going to be honest and let you know.
Awesome.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, Jennie, thank you so much for coming on to the Holy Shiftball podcast. We have absolutely enjoyed this time and all of the information and knowledge that you shared with us and our audience members today.
Well, I
And
certainly appreciate y'all.
and I wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a safe and happy holiday season.
Same to you.
Yes.
Merry Christmas and bless you both. And just, yeah, may 2026 bring you no trauma and let you relieve some that are keeping you stuck. And because you're not broken, you're just blocked.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jennie.
Thank you,
Thank
Jennie.
you.
Wow.
Well,
That
there
was
you go.
powerful.
Wow. That was. I really enjoyed that conversation, Sharon.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
She's given me a lot to think about, and I'll definitely be contacting her because I think I need some brain spotting. Just that simple exercise is like, oh my God, there it is. I don't know what it is, but I know it's right there.
Newsflash, Sharon, you got to have a brain.
Exactly. Oh, is it what, the Tin Man or the Cowardly Lion? One of them doesn't have a brain. Could be me.
Oh my gosh. Well, I know it, girl. And you know what? So what are we doing for? Thanks, what are we doing for the show next week?
Well, we are taking a week off for Christmas. Our wonderful producer, Ron, and again, thank you, Ron. We're very grateful for you and all that you do for us, the wonderful graphics and hosting this show so that we can do it. We really, and broadcasting it on all of the platforms. If there's a platform out there, Ron's found it and he's broadcasting to it. He's amazing. So we thank you, Ron, very, very much for helping us do what we enjoy to do. Yes. But Ron needs a day off on Christmas Day. He doesn't take too many days off ever, but he's requested Christmas. Mm-hmm. So we are going to definitely honor that and be happy to honor that. So we won't have a show next week, but we will be back. Ron says he will do New Year's Day. So as long as Ron is willing, then we will have a show on New Year's Day. And if not, we might do something just on Zoom or something. Oh, Ron says absolutely. So New Year's Day, we're back.
Well, thank you, Ron. So we will get to see and communicate and touch everybody's hearts in 2026. Well, has 2025 been so much fun, Sharon?
You know what? The beginning of it and the middle of it, no. But the end of it, yes, it's been a blast. Yeah. Actually, it went like this, and then it came back up. There was none of this. It was just straight straight down, and then back up.
You know, but hey, that makes the climb out that much funner, doesn't it, huh?
Oh, you appreciate it that much more, man. And how about yours, Bethany? What was the trajectory of your year?
Well, you know what? Mine was like pretty good, and then it went so, you know, hey, but I'm just so grateful for every experience that I got to have this year. I had I put out, well, you and I both kind of had a vision board in 2025 that we were going to do traveling, and man, we both far exceeded our own expectations of our creations, because I was in a suitcase more than I was at home here in Memphis in 2025. So I'm looking forward to the creations of 2026, because let me just tell you this, it's going to be powerful. It's going to be epic. It's going to be expansive. And if you ain't seen nothing yet, so we are going to have
buckle up, people, buckle up, because we've got a bunch of stuff that we are manifesting for 2026. Look out.
Yes, already in the works.
So
all right, well,
New Year's, we wish you and yours a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And may your holidays be filled with love and laughter and a bunch of shift moments.
And remember, when life kicks you in the balls, be sure to tune in to your Holy Shiftball podcast,
where we help you turn that shit into shift.
All right, till 2026.